What's up, you guys? My name is Christina Sundari and welcome to my channel. I am really excited about today's topic actually because we're going to be talking about nutrition. So it's really different from what I've covered on my YouTube channel thus far. On my blog, I wrote a blog post about my fitness journey through SoulCycle and how I achieved the body that I have always wanted. And I got tons of love and support from you guys. So thank you so much for that. I also got a ton of questions as far as what I eat to keep myself, looking the way I want to. If you haven't already, hit that red subscribe button down below and like this video right now because it's just gonna be awesome. And then hit the red bell, hit the bell so that you get notifications every time I post a new video. So just to give you guys a little bit of background on me and my fitness journey, I used to be a track star in high school and I used to run the 1600, which is the mile, and the 800, the half mile. Those were my specialty events. So I used to be really lean. I would work out almost every day. And then when I went to college, I, of course, stopped working out and I started eating a lot of junk food, a lot of late night snacking. Of course, I started to drink a lot and all of my good habits kind of went out the window. And then I started working, and when I started working, I didn't have any time in my schedule to fit in a run or, do any kind of a workout for that matter. So it really took a lot for me to find a routine that not only worked for my schedule, but also was something that I enjoyed, because I realized that if I really wanted to get in shape, then it was kind of up to me to make that a priority, and I just wasn't doing that. Right before I got married, I did start working with a personal trainer for a little while, and that was effective, but we focused more on muscle toning before I had an opportunity to really shred fat. And for me and my metabolism, cardio has always worked the best. As far as shredding fat and also toning. SoulCycle has been an amazing combination of both cardio and toning, but I mean, at least for me and my personal fitness goals, I want to start doing more toning, putting more of an emphasis on that. And now I'm just talking about fitness, and this is supposed to be about nutrition, so I digress. Let's go ahead and get into nutrition now before I get sidetracked again. So tip number one, what all the fitness instructors are going to tell you and what anyone in the fitness industry will most likely tell you is to drink plenty of water. And now this is not even a joke. They say you're supposed to drink 8 glasses just for your own health, but I mean, it also helps you maintain just a healthy way of living. I drink so much water every day. It's crazy. Well, when you do as much cardio as I do, you kind of have to drink a lot of water, because if you don't, then, you're going to get dehydrated and it's really bad. I used to get really bad fainting spells when I was a little kid because I didn't drink enough water. Every time I go to a SoulCycle class and I don't have enough water beforehand, within the first 5 minutes, my body starts feeling it already. I am a little bit slower, I'm a little lightheaded, and I'm like, oh my God, I did not drink enough water today. So as an easy first step, just start drinking more water, and you would be surprised how your appetite kind of curbs itself a little bit too. The more water you drink, the less food you ideally eat. And I don't want that to sound bad. Like, I don't want it to sound like you're being anorexic or anything like that. You're actually not. But it prevents you from overeating because your body needs that water anyway. So by, making sure you have enough water in addition to, of course, your meal, you're kind of having that balance. If that makes sense. Tip number 2, do not skip meals. This is probably the most important tip I could offer you, is to do not skip meals. I found that whenever I used to skip breakfast, or if I would skip lunch, whatever meal would follow or whatever snack would follow would always be a really unhealthy choice. So definitely do not skip breakfast. That's the most important meal of the day. I usually start my day with a cup of steel-cut oatmeal, and I mentioned this in my blog post actually. I take a little bit of, maybe like that much, of mango pickle. So for you guys that are not desi, mango pickle is basically just cut up mangoes that have been pickled essentially in a series of spices and oil and garlic. And it, to me, is just so delicious. And I know when I tell people that, they're so incredibly disgusted, because why would you eat pickles in your oatmeal? That sounds nasty. But for me, I really enjoy that savory taste. Sometimes I prefer savory over sweet. So that's what I normally do. Of course, you can have oatmeal with blueberries or, you know, strawberries or whatever. That's really good too. Or if I'm in a super big hurry and I just don't have time to make myself some oatmeal, then I will make myself a protein shake. And this is the powder that I use. This is Xena Nutrition. So you can get this at Costco. You can also get it on Amazon. But what I really like about it is that it has pretty much a little bit of everything in it. It has 10 grams of protein. So it doesn't have too much protein. And then it only has 1 gram of sugar, which is really, really good. So if you want to take a scoop of this and then put it in your Vitamix or your Ninja and add, you know, some blueberries or add some strawberries, a little bit of, you know, maybe some milk, soy milk or cashew milk. I prefer cashew milk, to be honest, and some ice, then that makes a really nice meal replacement as well. I actually, because I'm really lazy, I take a scoop of this and then I just mix it with 6 ounces of cashew milk, and then I run out the door to my SoulCycle class. I'm sorry, I keep talking about SoulCycle. Shoot me now. But anyway, so I take that with me and it just gives me a little bit of energy to get into my workout. I cannot work out without having something in my stomach. I need to have some sort of calories or something, even if it's like if it's an RX bar or if it's, you know, a Quest bar or, you know, something. Like you have to have something before you go to the gym, just because you're going to be burning a lot of calories, especially if your workout is very, very cardio intensive. I'm talking way too fast. If your workout is very cardio intensive, then you definitely want some kind of nutrition in your body before you hit the gym. And my third tip for you guys is to not eat past 9 p.m. And it doesn't necessarily have to be 9 p.m., but I would say give yourself a 3 to 4 hour buffer between the last meal that you eat and the time that you go to sleep. And the reason for that is you really don't need calories when you're sleeping. So sometimes if I do a really late workout, like if I'm like tonight, for example, I'm going to go to SoulCycle I just give up. I'm going to go to SoulCycle at 7:30. So by the time I get home, it'll be 8:30, maybe closer to 9. So I'm not going to eat a full dinner. I might have a snack or two before I leave. And then when I come home, I'll do something super light. So another brand that I really like is Tara's Whey, and they make this whey protein powder, and it's got 21 grams of protein in it, really, really low in carbs and sugar. It's only got 4 grams of carbs and 3 grams of sugar. I will link all these products down below for you, so don't even worry about it. But what I like about it is that you can control the amount of carbs that go into it. So this, like the Xena Nutrition, you can put in a Vitamix or a Ninja, and you can mix it with fruits and whatever else you want. Or if you want this by itself, then I would just take it with, 6 ounces of cashew milk. That's what I personally like. And that should do the trick. So this is bourbon vanilla. I really love this dark chocolate one that they have. It literally tastes like chocolate milk. And then I kind of jumped the gun a little bit, but tip number 4 is to always incorporate some form of protein into every meal that you have. And so the Tara's Whey is a really great resource to have for that, because it does make sure that you have protein. It's 21 grams of protein. Come on, how can you not get enough protein? Always make sure there's some form of protein in your meal. If you're having a salad, try to get chicken in it. Or if you're a vegetarian, try to get some beans, or I don't know what else vegetarians really eat. I should have gotten one of my vegetarian friends to come and do this video with me. But yeah, I always try to incorporate some form of protein. There's actually an app called MyFitnessPal, which you can download onto your phone, and you basically input all of the meals that you eat every day. And what's really cool about it is it has an analytics feature. So it breaks down the amount of carbs, fats, and proteins that you eat every day. And that for me was really helpful, at least in the beginning, because it showed me what my diet was like. And it was kind of up to me to make those changes. So for me, like, I love carbs. I'm a carbs person. And I realized I was eating a ton of carbs for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And an absolute no-no is to not have carbs at nighttime. So it took me a while to really wean off of that. But honestly, sometimes I still have carbs at night, just because that's just the way I am, I love carbs, but everything in moderation, right? So that's kind of a nice way to kind of help you keep track of how much protein you're having kind of over the course of the day. Tip number 5 is my favorite: no cheat days. There are no such thing as cheat days in my book. I cannot stand the idea of cheat days, to be completely frank with you. I have a friend who, she was really big on bodybuilding for a while, and she had the most intense plan. She would literally eat spinach every day. She's gonna be watching this and be like, you're freaking talking about me like this. She would eat spinach every single day. And then at the end, like after her competition was over, she got all these Oreos and she literally binged on Oreos and got sick. And I was like, how is that even sustainable? You know, where you put yourself through such a hard diet. And then of course, like all you're going to dream about is a freaking cheeseburger. At least I would. So I could never do that. I mean, for the people out there that do, I mean, I have lots and lots of respect for you because I could never do that. So I say no cheat days because if you want a slice of cake, have the slice of cake. It is not going to kill you. But what I will say about that is to be mindful. So if you have, for example, if you have maybe a burger and fries today, don't have it again this week, you know, or don't have it again for a couple weeks or maybe even a couple of months if you can really forego it. And that's what I do. Sometimes I do treat myself. I love In-N-Out. That's probably one of my biggest weaknesses. And I do treat myself to it every once in a while. But if I have it, then I'll remember, okay, I had it today. Probably going to stay away from it for a little while and then I'll treat myself again to it, you know, after some time. So that's one way to really help you moderate your diet. I mean, like I said, I don't like the idea of cheat days just because I don't think that's being very fair to your body. And you definitely don't want to binge because then that's all counterintuitive. That takes us to tip number 6, which is to engage in healthy snacking. Snacking used to be a really big issue for me because I would always turn to Doritos and, you know, like Chips Ahoy. I had the worst diet. Oh my God, I just got a text from my friend Megan. So Megan is one of my really good friends and she has an amazing body. Love you, Megan. Nuts are really good snacks. Now, the one thing I would be careful of with nuts is to make sure that they're not roasted and that they're not salted because the ones that are salted are actually not that good for you because of all that salt. So try to get the ones that are completely raw with no added anything to it. Almonds are really good. Dry fruits, you can do dried apricots, dried cranberries, even dried blueberries. There's a lot of dried fruits that are really yummy. What I used to do was I used to take those little packets of almond butter and I used to just keep those in my car. Beef jerky is also a good alternative if you're a meat eater. I love meat, so of course I'm going to be indulging in some beef jerky. I've heard a lot of mixed things about, you know, red meats, like, oh, you're supposed to avoid red meat if you, you know, don't want a gut and all that stuff, which I think is true. If you are really concerned about your gut, then really try to wean yourself off of red meat. I still eat red meat just because I love it a lot, but I do make sure that I eat lots and lots of chicken and turkey and fish, all of the healthy meats. I don't eat a ton of lamb anymore or goat or anything else. I just don't really eat that stuff anymore. Although if it's on the table, I will probably eat a little bit of it. Another great snack is to cut up vegetables. So carrots, celery, even broccoli I like raw broccoli as a snack. I know that might be disgusting to some people, but I think that's really good. Just cut it up, you know, the morning of or night before, throw it in a little Ziploc bag and then throw it in your bag on the way to work or class or whatever. And that's a really, really good snack too. Number 7. Now, this is a fun one. So I'm going to be talking about alcohol. And what I have to say about alcohol is if you want to lose weight, then just cut it out of your diet completely. There's no other way around it. It's empty calories and it's not good for your body at the end of the day. It really is poison. So that's a really easy way to just cut out calories. I completely understand if it's kind of part of your lifestyle. I used to be in software sales and I was always taking clients out and pretty much always drinking with them. So it was really hard to kind of shake that and break it out of my lifestyle. Today, like I still do have, you know, maybe like a glass of wine every once in a while. And I do have, you know, hard liquor sometimes too. You know, you could do vodka soda. I find that that's probably the one with the least amount of calories and it gives me the least headaches the next day. But again, everything in moderation. So if you're going to do 1 or 2 drinks, I would say that's enough. Anything more than that, you know, you're going to feel sick. And of course, you know, it's not going to be good for your body either. Finally, my last tip for you is vitamins and supplements. Now, I'm still kind of learning this one myself. I, for the longest time, did not really take a multivitamin, as horrible as that sounds. I was only drinking what was in the Xena Nutrition protein powder, to be completely honest. But I take Women's One a day right now. So if you guys have any suggestions on a good multivitamin that you guys take, then let me know. Comment comment down below. I would love to hear, you know, what you guys take. My friend who works at SF General, he's an orthopedic doctor, was telling me that women achieve their maximum bone mass by the time they reach 30. Which I am. And after that, it starts deteriorating. And that kind of freaked me out a little bit, because then I thought, oh my God, so like I need to make a conscious effort to make sure I'm getting as much calcium as possible. So whatever you take, definitely make sure there's calcium and vitamin D, because those are the two things that women are more likely to be deficient on. I was vitamin D deficient for a while, and my doctor had me taking these massive supplements for a couple of years, but back to normal now, hopefully. So yeah, if you guys have any suggestions on a good multivitamin, then let me know. That is about all I've got for you guys today. I hope this video was helpful. I know it was kind of different from what I normally do, but like I said, I've been getting a lot of comments from you guys on what I do for nutrition, and so I hope that you guys can take away some little tidbits on how to lead a more healthier lifestyle. I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. If you haven't already, make sure that you hit the subscribe button down below, give this video a big thumbs up, and hit the little bell so you never miss a single one of my videos. And that's all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much again, and I will see you next time. Bye.